Welcome back to the Neverland Podcast, episode 21. I'm joined today by my co-host Isaiah.
Hello.
Michael.
Hey.
And this episode is brought to you today by Magical Bubbles. Your Mother's Day is coming up. If you want to get your mom something pretty, everything on the store is 50% off until it goes out of stock. So until the last thing is sold, it's 50% off. So jump on this. You can get bath bombs, skin elixirs, body potions, shower fizzies, which sound amazing, and I bet they smell amazing. And you got some really cool stuff here. You got ones bath bombs in the shape of donuts. You got ones that in the shape of 2020, which is just literally a turd.
Oh.
Yeah, literally. But I bet it smells amazing. And go look them up. You know, it's good stuff. So it's magicalbubbleshop.com. Get it while you can. 50% off until everything is gone. Your mom's gonna want this for Mother's Day. But we are joined today by special guests. Glad to have them on. Black Lotus.
Hey guys, what's going on? How we doing?
Doing good. So if you guys just want to go through who you are and what you do for the band.
Okay. My name is Rich. I am the vocalist for the band. I make all these gurgly sounds that make everyone uncomfortable, right?
And I'm Dane. I play guitar, and I also yell a little bit.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Here and there.
Occasionally yelling.
When I don't feel like it, you know.
So how have you guys been?
It's
Good, busy.
wonderful, isn't it? It's just fucking spectacular. Yeah, just now that the pandemic is coming to an end, sorta. Can't say it's totally coming.
Yeah, right.
Things are on the up. You know, working consistently. You know, with day jobs, which whatever, that sucks, but
Mine doesn't.
yeah, right. I know. Dane does cool shit. He actually does what he wants to do for a living. I have to do construction. And
Music.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
I teach, I record, I write and stuff.
Fuck, don't rub it in.
yeah, right. No, for real.
He's like, yeah, I love my job. All right, fuck, no one likes a winner.
No, absolutely. It's like, yo, Dane does what he wants for a living, and he's a great friend. Fuck that guy.
That guy's a piece of shit.
What a dirtbag.
I go out of my way to be a douchebag. What can I say?
A real short one.
I love my life. Fuck you.
Yeah, right.
But let's talk about your guys' 2 new singles, which just came out, within the last month or so.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it.
Cool.
Sweet.
Let's talk about it in order.
Okay.
So Gatekeeper came out first.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Gatekeeper.
Born in Darkness is next, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Gatekeeper was a special song. It kind of, when we were doing the whole writing process, we kind of had an idea of singles we wanted to pick out. And then just out of left field, Dane was like, oh, hey, look, I finished Gatekeeper, and here it is. And then, we listened back to it, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? Where did this song come from? It's amazing. It follows all the single structure, and, but it's still, catchy, and it's heavy, and I'm glad we ended up going with it. I am.
Yeah,
so.
Singles are hard to pick, and a lot goes into, what will make you able to make a song a single? What's the structure of it? How does it encapture your sound as a band? And obviously with a full album, you're, short of making every song the same, which is boring, you're going to have some variation. So it's hard to pick among the variation which thing to put forward. That was just kind of the one that had a bit of everything of what our sound is. And it was just a strong, jumps out right in your face, high energy. And after being away for a bit and not having a release for a while, it felt like the best kind of strong comeback with all things considered.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just that. And it's doing all right. Shout out to Square Up Studios, Eric DiCarlo. Did a good job shooting it. And obviously for the audio, 1776 recording, they killed it as well. Definitely going to be back to that. It's great, all right? It's a I don't know. Do you guys actually like the song? You can be honest with us too. If you don't like, you can
talk about it.
Yeah. Me and Chris were talking about it. I wanted to ask: were they written during COVID, before COVID?
Partially. So the album writing process started in late November, early December of 2019.
Was that long ago?
And we were starting to be like, hey, let's take a few months of hiatus from shows so we can work on just the writing and pre-production for the album. And then maybe start coming back around like April or May with shows once we have a lot of that work done and we're just in like the recording stage.
And then April hit.
And then
Fuck!
and,
Lockdown.
and then we're like, okay, I guess we're just working on the album.
Yeah, I saw you guys put on Facebook, like, you were like, yes, we'll still be playing shows.
Yeah, okay.
Narrator, they did not.
Yeah, no, they did not. Did not go as planned.
They were wrong when they posted this.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So the process began pre-pandemic, but then a lot of it happened in like the first month and like 6 or so weeks of the pandemic was really like the tightening up of all of it, and like maybe 3 of the songs were written entirely in quarantine, and then the whole album was tracked in quarantine. So I recorded.
What else were we supposed to fucking do? You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
So,
Like we're locked in our rooms. Like, fuck, what do we do?
Yeah, so like Rich was like we bought Rich like a home recording rig, got him an SM7B,
Cloud lifter, the Focusrite, you know.
And like I basically taught him how to record vocals remotely, and then I did all the guitar work from my end. And yeah, it was really weird recording a full length album completely without actually in person interacting with any of our bandmates. Like
We would have to send the files to each other and be like, what do you guys think of this?
Yeah.
Right? And then we'd have to wait like 30 minutes to get a response because we had other shit going on, obviously, right? And so we never knew right off the bat, like, if things were good or not. JD never shared his damn thing with us.
yeah,
Remember that thing? That in time thing? Whatever. Fuck, man. That sucks. That would have been... This guy we had for... we were thinking about having played bass for us for a little while. It didn't end up working out, but he's a great guy. And he had this program where we could share things with each other across our DAWs in real time. And it would have been so awesome had we done that. We probably would have gotten
Yeah,
it a
because
lot
then like
faster.
you and I could have just gotten on Skype and
like-
or Zoom or something, and like you're recording directly into my computer, which would have been so much fucking
Exactly.
easier. And then I can just
Exactly.
yell at you in real time that your takes sucked and you have to do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, all my takes suck. I suck at what I do.
Until you don't.
There's 2 J's that play bass then.
JD doesn't play bass in chord order.
Oh, Michael's messing up over there.
And it's on
They're gonna
recording.
And it's on
They're gonna
recording.
hate it.
Damn,
Yeah.
and that's on the air.
Watch this,
Damn,
watch this.
dude.
There's 2 JDs that play instruments then.
Hey, nice recovery.
Because I know
nice
JJ
recovery.
listens to this and he's going to fucking call you out in the
Yeah.
comments on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hilariously, this guy JD, who did co-write one of the songs in the album, that's not a single, but we're super excited when it's going to come out. And JD, if you're listening to this, thank you so much. You did an awesome fucking job. But when I first met him, was on a tour we were both hired for, and the drummer of the band was also named JD. So there were 2 JDs in the same like lineup of musicians on that tour. So that got a little bit confusing.
I would have
I saw him post a
hated
picture of
that.
Purple bass.
I would have hated that.
That's,
Like,
that's his LTD.
That's not a purple bass. That wasn't a bass.
No.
Oh.
That's a 7-string guitar.
Okay.
damn.
That's why I'm stupid. Don't mind.
Wow, why is the neck so much shorter on this
Why
bass?
is
Bass play's kind of high. I
why
can
are
solo on this.
the strings are like thicker than a baby's arm?
I feel like it's got to be one of those like therapy sessions with like the ink blots, but it's like, what instrument does this look like to you?
Oh, a Rorschach test? It's like a Rorschach test? Why do I know that? Why do I know what that's called?
Because
I'm
it's a
educated,
You've
that's
seen-
why.
you've seen Watchmen
semi-common
before?
term. And you've
Semi-educated,
watched Watchmen. Like,
Yeah, have you seen Watchmen? You know.
No. I am not.
watch Watchmen,
Just say
you
yes.
fuck.
I don't even know what it is. Whatever, I don't care. We'll get around to that one day.
I
So-
got a... Oh.
Oh, no, I insist.
You think
Insist.
okay. So I don't know if you guys have officially put out, but I saw on the singles at the bottom it says the Epicenter. Is that going to be the name of the album?
Yes, that is the name of the album.
Where'd it come from, or what is it inspired by?
So I came up with it. We all kind of had a 3-day at least. We tried to have like a lot of like Skype or Zooms or band calls, FaceTimes, whatever the hell it was, right? We tried to have a lot of those, especially during the lockdown, because we were going crazy, and we were like, all right, what are we gonna call the album? And I wanted to name it something generic deathcore and be like, let's call it The Strain because that's sick, right?
I forgot that you
sounds-
wanted to call it that.
It
shit.
sounds heavy and it's sick, and I was listening to a lot of the Acacia Strain. Okay, so
And
I was like, all right, and then Dane specifically was like, no, we're not calling it that.
I'm not doing that.
I was like, we can't a little on the nose is okay. You can't just punch straight in the nose with your titling.
So then I started like, so This is a little crazy. Sometimes when I'm in a bad situation, I know I am by how I'm in by the dreams I have. This totally ties into this, by the way. So believe me, it does. And
you started talking about
whenever
dreams. Where's this going?
I'm in a bad thing, and I kind of know I am, but I don't. I try to not think that it is. I have like a nuclear bomb dream, right? And it scares the shit out of me. And it's crazy, right? Imagine waking up to that, like, I'm alive. Like,
Just get nuked.
yeah, no, it's crazy. And so I
How
realized,
high was that
wow,
guy's Call
I
of
was
Duty
like, if
kill
anyone
streak?
is in the epicenter of that blast, they're fucked. And I was like, epicenter, nuclear bomb, that's it. And so I brought it up, and everyone was like, all right, you know what? It's better than the strain. I don't hate it.
And it has a meaning.
Yeah, and it's,
reminds you of getting nuked.
it kind of ties into my dreams, so there you go. I had a dream about it. If you build it,
Did you write a song about this?
No, we don't have a song named Epicenter on the thing.
Not all the songs were written at that point.
Yeah.
And
You know what you have to do now.
but yeah, it's weird because like the album doesn't necessarily have a consistent theme across it. We tend to write about a lot of like media and stuff like that. So we write about comic book characters and video games and anime and TV shows and movies. Just because that stuff's fun to write about. Like there's a lot of really like interesting subject matter and stories to tell out of that stuff. So it doesn't just have to be like, oh, I have 6 songs where I'm bitching about my ex. So like,
Favorite anime and video games and all that stuff.
oh god,
so
so
hard.
my favorite video game is.
You've asked the question. He's never going to shut up.
Oh yeah, like
So-
this is about to be long. But yeah, no, my favorite video game series is definitely Halo. That one I go the furthest back with. I played it with my older brother when the first one dropped. And just been hooked ever since. Anime, it shifts around a lot.
what was the
but
game?
mostly,
I missed the video game.
Fucking Halo.
Oh, Halo! Yeah, no shit.
I
Halo
did
is
hear
super
Halo.
fun. See, I knew it wasn't crazy. All right, yes, Halo is also one of mine.
Like I said,
Halo
I'm
is super
scared
fun.
of
Super fun.
ODST.
Xbox,
Used to be
baby.
scared to play it.
Xbox.
Really?
Yeah, because it was nighttime. I don't know why. I used to be scared to play
Halo
ODST.
3. when
Half of
the
Halo 3
Horde-
was nighttime.
Halo 3 was
The
the shit.
Horde and the Halo used to scare the shit out of me. I would skip that mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things would just come and like crawl on people and shit. Like, fuck that. I'm like 10. I don't want to do this.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
see,
I
to me,
hear
it
that.
wasn't like scared. It was more just, oh fuck, I have to deal with the ones that crawl. They're annoying. Like,
Yeah, now they're annoying, but back then I was like, no, these things are gonna kill me. Like, in
Yeah,
real
no,
life.
I know what you mean. My favorite anime is. I'm kind of a. What's the word?
Hentai guy myself.
Oh my god.
got him.
I'm a normie. I'm a normie when it comes to anime. I don't really watch a lot of it, but I really, really, really love Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Those were like, I loved that. I can't even say I liked it. Like it impacted me as a person.
I
I
have
think.
pain tattooed on my leg.
Yeah, for me, it's
I fucking love this dude. Let me see
Look.
that shit.
You leave him hanging?
Yes, you're gonna leave me
My hand,
hanging.
no, I'm not gonna leave you hanging. I was pulling up my leg sleeve.
Yeah, that's fire though. Sick. Yeah, Pain's my favorite character too, so that's awesome.
For me, it's definitely either Naruto and Full Metal Alchemist. We've had a Naruto song on each album so far, actually.
We have.
And then this album, we have a Full Metal. Gatekeeper is a Full
Yeah,
Metal
Gatekeeper's a
song.
Full Metal Alchemist song. Brotherhood.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Full Metal Alchemist or Full Metal Alchemist
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood.
I still haven't watched Brotherhood. I'll say that I've only watched the original.
Apparently, it's better.
So
Everybody
it's
told me
mostly
that.
better, but there was like tiny things about
The first
anime
episode,
that
the-
was better.
The first episode of Full Metal Alchemist is better than the first episode of Brotherhood.
yes.
It
I heard
is.
the endings are different, way different too. 'cause I
And the
told my one
Brotherhood
friend-
ending is way better.
I told my
I don't
one
know.
friend
I
about the
haven't
original
seen the
ending,
rest
and they're
of it.
like, "That's not what happened in Brotherhood."
But yeah, so we write a lot of songs like about that shit, and with like some occasional ones that are like, oh, we'll write it about something that like it actually comes from our personal lives and isn't just like stuff we enjoy talking about and doing. But that means that there's no like consistent theme throughout the album. So it's hard. Like album names have been tough for all 3 album cycles. So it just kind of came down to like, what's a cool name we can all agree on that at least just fits the vibe of what the album is, even if it's not like a theme of it, but like at least just the vibe of it. And Epicenter worked.
Yeah. Originally, we wanted to name it ... the first track on the thing, which is funny.
But then we were like, yeah, that's like a
No
cool
name
thing to
album.
do in theory to like look at. But then when it's like, yeah, go check out our new album, ... and that's it.
We have a new album out called. Go check that shit out. Like,
It would work if you had subtitles in front of you.
oh my god, that would be. Imagine. Oh my god.
We have to develop the technology
we
to have
could have
subtitles
done
in
it.
real life
We could
just
have-
so we can do stupid
We
shit as a
could have
band.
done it. We could have I could have been like, we have a new album out called, and then just you, Betty, and Donnie could each have like a little sign, and then have one of the dots, and you hold it up. Go check it out.
Or just like
It's everywhere.
like you and like two other members would like wear a shirt with a dot on it and just stand next to each other.
They
think
they
that
can
would-
do that. I'm the front man. I'm not doing that.
No.
But,
And that's the downside of podcasts is like if there's no audio, it's like, oh shit, they didn't respond, even though it was just like, oh, we just nodded our heads. Shit, I have to make an audible response too.
yeah.
Yeah, I mess up with that a lot too sometimes. You gotta get used to.
Yeah, but yeah, we write about things that we like, and you know, I guess that kind of perfectly segues into Born in Darkness. You guys have any idea what it's about? Have you? I mean, obviously, you probably don't know the words. I mean, maybe you do. Maybe you haven't followed along on Apple.
I'm pretty
Maybe
sure.
it's on
Yeah,
there.
Apple Music has the lyrics.
It does
I looked
have
at
it.
them.
You press the button,
If you've
absolutely.
if you've looked at them, then you'll know it. You should know.
Take
it
a guess.
I don't want to read it though. I'm gonna listen to it again and see if I can decipher it.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
I was
take a
gonna say,
guess.
I didn't
Well,
read,
you're
but-
about to find out in 3 seconds. So.
Wait,
maybe-
is it Batman? Bane?
Yes, first hit. First hit. Born in Dark. I mean, come on. How hard?
Yeah,
was
we
that,
didn't
though?
make it that hard.
I was born with the darkness.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have never guessed Bane.
You know what? There's a quote in there. There's a quote from that movie that we didn't use, and it's the hardest. Imagine saying that to someone in a fight. You knock them down, and you say, "The shadows betray you because they belong to me," and then you fucking, that's
Didn't Batman
fatality,
get,
brother.
Spine busted.
Yeah, he got spine busted straight up. Well, that's a wrestling move. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Just say
I
some
like wrestling.
fucking
I like pro
I saw
wrestling.
your shirt.
Yep.
I'm a
Roman
huge
Reigns,
wrestling
baby.
fan. Yeah.
Head of the table.
say some fucking corny shit out of a movie and then break your back like
Yeah, right. That would be crazy. But
Can't see me.
yeah. Oh my God, John.
So how would you say Bane inspired did Bane inspire the song for you guys?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so
That's why we wrote it about him.
No, they ironically wrote it.
No, they wrote it and then they were like, hey, this really fits to
I
Bane.
like the, I like
well,
Bane
the
Batman
instrumental
voice.
did come first, and that happened with most of the songs. There, I don't know. I think only Sunrise Coma was the only one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking spoiler alert! There's a song called Sunrise Coma. I keep
spoiler.
forgetting that the world doesn't know the names of the songs
I
on
know.
the album
I
yet.
know. No,
So it happens when you sit on
so
something for
Born
a
in
while.
Darkness was actually supposed to be called Isley first, after like Poison
That
Ivy.
one wasn't gonna
Yes,
be
it
Isley.
was. It was gonna be Isley.
Oh, you're right, and we
Yes, it
switched
was.
it to Bane.
And I was like, we're not making it no Pussy Isley. We're not calling it that. And then I was like, can we name it about Bane and call it Born in Darkness? And everyone was like, Deathcore, let's go. That's it. And then that worked out, and we're very happy that worked out. But
And my response was just like, that got like 8 million times more generic. Let's do it.
yeah. Well, that's that is what it is.
How soon can we expect this album to be out?
We're dropping a couple singles throughout, and the record will probably come out with the last one, I believe. Well, what are we aiming
was,
for? Leviathan, June 17th?
Stop naming the songs before we
Whatever,
release
who
them, you
cares?
bastard. Okay.
We got 4. Everyone has four names now.
We will say there's 12 songs. Technically, you have 5 because the intro to the album is in the Born in Darkness music video. That is the intro that leads into the actual song Born in Darkness.
Okay.
But yeah, so we're looking at mid-June for the full album release. We're going to do 2 more singles on their own and then one the day of album release.
Are there any bands that like hugely inspired the album, like influenced you guys?
Oh,
in a
boy.
sound way?
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Kenny Chesney. Definitely
Wow.
one of them.
Dude, it's like you're a fucking mind reader.
From an instrumental standpoint, for me it was a lot of Brand of Sacrifice, Enterprise Earth, some Traders for some of the more
Traders.
like dropped heavy bits.
Body Snatcher.
Body Snatcher, a little bit of Lorna Shore, and
Carcosa.
more recent. They were more recent.
I know,
Like, we
I
already
know
had
that
the
song,
album
I know,
written, but they have been one
imagine.
of my favorite bands
Oh,
lately.
that's crazy.
Carcosa dropped their shit, and I am all
You're right, they
over
dropped
it.
after we did all that stuff. Fuck. Yeah, they're so good, though.
But then it's weird because then it's like their stuff's out first, and then we drop our stuff. It's like, oh, were they like inspired by Carcosa? It's like I wish, but like technically we recorded all of that before they dropped anything. But yeah, no, definitely definitely all of that stuff was what was most on my mind. And then like for some of the techier stuff, a little bit of like Sentinels, a little bit of like going old school, more like Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza, and I Wrestled a Bear Once, behind some of the more like chaotic parts. But we wanted to kind of have a bit more of the structure of like Enterprise Earth and
we knew we wanted
stuff.
to do something a little different with this record. We wanted to be heavier, and we actually had a little mantra, believe it or not, as we were writing things. Right, we would come up with something, and it would be like, is that nah? It's every part has got to be ass beaters only. That's it. It was just, would I beat someone's ass to this? And that was the question. And if it was no,
it was weird.
It's not making the cut.
Because I came from a bit more of like a metalcore background of songwriting when the band first started, and our first album reflects that a little bit more.
It was very metalcore.
Where like at the time it was like I was just listening to a shit ton of like
I listened to
Architects,
Ghost Machine
Currents.
the other day.
Yeah,
the Ghost Machine. Yeah, it was crazy.
At the time I was listening to a lot of like Architects, Currents, and then like Sworn In for like a lot of the heavier stuff. So like our first album I think reflects that period of my writing more. And yeah, it used to just be like, oh, I really like this riff. Oh, I really like this breakdown. How can I make these like a bit more elevated? And then like, so when they first started being like, yo, ass beaters only, I was kind of like, well, we can have some parts that aren't ass beaters. Like, if it's a good part, it's a good part. And then like, the more I started like adhering to that mantra a little bit, it was kind of like, no, these songs actually are like more solid like that.
You just
like,
say it, they're better.
Flowing better, and they're like, it does just as a whole hit harder. And it's not even like they aren't dynamic still. It's not like we took the dynamic structure of a song away. We just made it so the dynamic structure still flows in a way that's very consistently heavy and aggressive, and where even the melodic parts are in a way supporting that, just like in Gatekeeper. And so it was like, yeah, like ass beaters only. By the time we wrote like 2 songs like that, I was like, no, I'm with it. Let's do it.
All right, so hear me out. You have your ass beater sections, and then you have your section in the song where everyone takes a sip from their Gatorade in the pit, and then they go back to beating each other's ass.
Yeah, but it's only like a bar.
You don't have a lot of time to drink that Gatorade.
You get a 4 count.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for that, if it's a bunch of ass beaters, you know what you guys should do? I saw someone commented, I was stalking your Facebook, by the way, and someone commented a picture like of them from your show, and they got like they got punched in the face. I'm guessing they had a huge bruise, and you guys were like, let's do Black Lotus ice packs. Think you guys should do
That's
that.
actually genius. That's really smart.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys were the ones that said you were gonna do it in the comments. I saw.
Who said that?
No,
God.
that was us. That was our idea.
Okay, I was gonna say, like,
I was
No,
like,
shut the
what?
fuck up.
Okay, our idea.
It
Yes,
was
our
our
idea.
idea.
I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could buy the idea from us.
okay.
damn it, that's the
Yeah,
downside
I'll
of
get it
having
for
2
I'll
members
get it for
here.
I'll get it for the 5-finger discount, ladies and gentlemen. 5-finger discount.
The
Now,
reach around.
now we have to go back and just be like, Donnie, Chris, which one are you fucking...
No.
And you didn't bring it to the band chat?
I'm gonna I'll just send Donnie a picture of us at Ani Ramen later. Be like, oh, you ordered food by accident? Oh, you can't come because you're full?
Maybe you should have given us the idea.
Right. Yeah, ice packs. That's smart as shit. I like that.
I have 2 things to talk about. The first one is, so Mikey from Enox, we had him on a little while ago.
Yeah, great guy.
And he heard your stuff beforehand, before it came out.
Yeah,
and
it's
was
my
saying
bad.
it was ridiculously down-tuned. What tuning are you guys playing right now?
So I think we go to normally we're in D1. So I think Dane can explain a little bit more about what that is.
Yes, I can. So it's I play a 7-string that's in a hybrid tuning. So it's both regular, like a 6-string version of drop G with a low D string. It's an octave below regular drop D. So we are able to kind of switch back and forth between the more kind of like mid down tune stuff and the really down tune stuff.
But then
we had 3 songs. So because it was this kind of long process of recording remotely, I kept just getting more gear over the course of the recording process. And then I happened to pick up a Digitech drop pedal, and I was like, and I got it because I was recording something for a different client where like it was in like drop A, and he wanted just like one part that was going to be drop down. I didn't want to use a guitar that had an extra low string just for one part of a song. So I was like, all right, I'll just drop the pedal. Let me grab that, and I'll just use that for that one part to track it. And then I was like, what if I did this on my guitar? And,
You sound like a mad scientist.
it
yeah,
literally.
And so I was like, what if we went an octave below drop G? And we did it, and I was expecting to hate it. I was expecting it to sound
It
terrible.
is the single most ignorant note played in music. When it really brought ass beaters only to life.
Yeah,
Does it sound like a violent fart?
Have you ever heard of something called the brown noise?
Yeah. Just
Literally, like, I'm
imagine
scared to
that,
play it at
but,
shows.
like,
I
on
think that people are
steroids.
going to poop their pants.
And here's a huge testament to Chris from 1776 Recordings, who did the mix and master for the
it
album.
still sounds
Was that
fat.
it still sounds fat. I expected it to be like a thin tone
A
thing
blob.
down that low.
it's like a didgeridoo on strings.
Flubby
I just
fucking
expected it to
poop,
be
but
some
no.
stupid fucking thing we did on 3 songs for the sake of being stupid, and he managed to still make it sound fat. And I'm fucking hyped for the
Yeah,
for
that
the songs
one's
with
gonna
that
be-
to come out.
Yeah, I know Isaiah and Michael have no clue the fucking tuning thing.
I don't have any clue with the tuning thing, but I understand
Yeah.
that when
Yeah,
you say
yeah,
it,
I play- I play
When I-
low note,
So
right?
Yeah.
I get
Low
it.
note.
Little flex. I play
And I-
guitar. So.
Shut up, Chris.
The fact that I used
too.
the fact that I used the word ignorant to describe a note, that should tell you how
makes sense.
fucking how ridiculous it
Fuck
is.
that
Like,
note.
This note
Yeah.
doesn't go to school.
This note was
my
the bully
God.
who picked on the smart kids in school.
It's the Chad note.
The Chad, no.
5-finger death note.
Anytime I hear anything to do with Chad, I automatically think the Beach Boys. Like that, I don't know. That
think
kind
the
of like
Beach Boys
surfing
think
thing.
Chad?
I don't know. Yeah,
I think like
the Beach Boys. Totally. Someone named Chad. I think like
Monster and like 5-finger death punch.
no way. When I hear Chad,
That's
man.
Is that a Kyle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Kyle.
Kyle.
Totally. Chad is
Well,
someone like is like a surfer dude. Like, you remember Totally Kyle from the Amanda Show?
Oh,
His
okay.
name is literally
Alright,
Kyle,
so wait,
and
that-
not Chad.
Oh shit!
yeah, see?
Oh no! You're right. Oh, I fucked up.
No, but totally Kyle
Is
does
it
have
Chad?
Chad vibes.
He's a Chad. Like,
So Kyle's a Chad.
Wow.
So some Kyles can be Chads, but not all Chads are Kyles.
Yes.
And vice
well,
versa.
so you can be a Kyle so long as like anytime you see like a piece of drywall, your hand gets a boner, aka a fist. You know? You're getting a hand boner.
You're also a Kyle if you refer to a fist as a hand boner.
My roommate's name is Kyle, so I guess that kind of is rubbing off on me a
R.I.P.
little bit.
drywall.
Yeah. Hella spackle.
Spackle cord.
Fucking reserves.
Spackle cord, no way. Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
Oh,
that's,
man.
that's awesome. I love that.
So when you guys come back, who do you want to play? Oh fuck! I don't know what just happened there.
Yeah,
I was looking at Andy.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, though. Don't worry, I understand what you're
Who do you guys
asking.
want to play with, like around here?
Let's do Necropia. I want to play with Necropia. They're fucking awesome. I want to play with Levitated. They're fucking dope. I want to play with Enox. I want to play with Monument of a Memory. They're my homies. I was hanging out with fucking Dylan and Jeremy last night. That was super fun.
Ocean of Illusions.
Ocean of Illusions, The Machinist. There's a lot of bands I want to play with, right? Like, everyone is so good now. I'm so happy. Everyone that I'm friends with, like, we all make really
And they're
good
all just the
music
best
now.
people. I just want to see them and play shows with them again. Like,
Oh, I miss it.
we have a great area.
Yeah, so
We
you
do.
guys played Venom Fest with Monument.
Yeah, we did.
How
we
was
did.
that?
That was fun.
I think that was the last show. Was that the last show we played?
I don't know, but we got our.
It was either the last show or like the second to last show.
Locked Out fucking wrecked that show. They were so good.
They were.
Anyone like. I left after them, like, and it was in the middle of the show. Like, I want to stick around, but I had work at like 6 a.m. the next day, so I couldn't stick around. But it was.
But yeah, they had one of those like, oh, I don't want to follow that
Yeah,
performance.
I was very happy we went on first, like before them at least. You
It's
know.
like the guy who has to do a speech after Martin Luther King.
Yeah,
How
right.
do I top that?
Is that a Family Guy skit?
No, it's Key and Peele.
Is it? Okay, I knew it was something, right?
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. Who else? Who else do I want to play with? Obviously, I want to play with like the bigger touring acts too. If I could play with Body Snatcher and Traders again, that would be fantastic.
But you guys
But-
played out with Chelsea Grand, right?
Yeah, we played with Chelsea Grand. We
Play with them, play with Whitechapel,
Not a
Oceano,
big deal.
Slaughter to Prevail.
Oceano is the
White
band.
Castle.
The Oceano is the band I want to play with again, dude. They are the most violent band I've ever seen live. Oh, the Acacia Strain too. I was just talking about them before.
You guys ever play with Spite?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
Spite's cool.
fucking love
Spite is sick.
Spite's
I've
so
been on
fun.
such a Spite
Yeah, we did do the Internal Nightmare tour.
I
That
was
was
on
really fun.
such a Spite tear the last like 2 weeks. Like, I've been writing songs just because of Spite right now. They're just the angriest band I know.
Yeah, we did when we did the Eternal Nightmare thing. We were direct support for all them. And Spite went on, and then right after Spite was the Acacia Strain, and I was like, Jesus Christ! Yeah, I was like, I can't even get a breath. Like, I was supposed to be watching the merch table. The Acacia Strain came on. It was at One Center Square in Easton, PA. I almost jumped off the balcony when I heard the Acacia Strain. When I heard, "I am the end of the world," and just, oh my God, I lost it. It was so fun.
Yeah, I went to the one at Gramercy.
Oh, the one at Gramercy? Yeah, dude, Gramercy's a cool venue to play too. We've only done there once, but
You saw them twice?
No, I only saw Chelsea Grin at Gramercy. That was their Eternal Nightmare.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Acacia Strain still.
Mm-mm. Well, they were there. They played there.
So
and
you saw them twice.
When we
Warped Tour.
I forgot we saw them at Warped Tour. Damn, I forgot Warped Tour was a thing.
Dude, isn't that crazy? I used to love going to Warped Tour, and now, like, I mean, I haven't been since, like, 2015, but, like, I even remember in 2015, I was like, wow, the sound is fucking terrible out here. Like,
You think so? I think Warped Tour sound is, like, top tier, personally.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just...
See, I went from, like,
It depends on the
2014
stage.
and up.
I had a bad time when I was there, all right? When I was... In 2015, like, I don't know, man.
I don't know that I ever actively enjoyed being at Warped Tour because it's so hot and there's so many people.
I loved it until
and you're just
2015.
hungry and tired and sweaty. But then you leave Warped Tour and you're like, I can't fucking wait to do that again next year.
yeah,
That was so much fun. That was great.
Who was that 2015? That was
I don't even remember.
Pierce the Veil, I'm pretty sure.
I don't even care, to be honest. I was, dude, it was a bit like I was with my friend and
not a
she
good
was
time.
fucking and she didn't
don't
know
make
that
me
you
remember
couldn't
my
take
childhood.
antibiotics and hang out in the sun, so she got sick, and I was like, what the fuck? So I had to like almost babysit there, and like. And then on top of that, I was like, it was a hassle to get a beer. And then I was sitting there because I was like freshly 21, and I'm looking around, I'm like, there's like 14-year-olds running around here. I kind of don't want to be here, man. Like, it was weird. Ever since then, I've been like, nah, fuck that. Mm-mm. If there's not a bar at the venue, like, I'm not really trying to be there.
And that is kind of the weird part about like a lot of the shows that you play once you're at the point of like playing more regularly is like we don't play that many all age shows, like if really any, and it's not like on purpose. It just kind of turns out that way.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, like that vibe is never really at a lot of the shows we're at, and it's a bit weird that like, yeah, there was a time when that was like every show was like that, and it is a really weird like turning point to like hit that age where you're like actually noticing that, and it like changes how you feel about being in a place, and makes you feel old.
So
I don't like being around a bunch of kids.
Fucking weird, man. It's weird.
Yeah, fuck
like,
them kids.
It's not even like fuck them
Yeah,
kids
fuck
because
them
like
kids.
it's not even like fuck them kids. It's like I want kids to go to shows. I want the next generation of musicians and next
Yeah, I'm
generation
like,
of hardcore to
just
happen.
get the
and
fuck
shit.
out of my way.
But, like,
That's all.
yeah,
Like,
pretty much.
Do you guys see kids at like your shows, like teens and shit?
Not really, like because we play a lot of like.
I can't
just
remember the last time we
coincidentally
played
play a lot of like 18 up shows.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time we went to we played an all ages show.
Like I think some of the Reverb shows maybe.
No, maybe it, yeah, definitely Reverb, maybe One Center Square, maybe.
I think when we played with Secrets at One Center, there were a lot of kids there.
Yeah,
because that's a band.
And
That,
I
like,
don't
attracts
care
that
if kids
demographic
come
more.
out and they like our music, like that's fine. Come listen to us. By all means.
Absolutely. Like, because you want that. You want the younger fan base to get into you because they're who control a lot of the market. Because they aren't like. Adults is like we barely have time. It's like oh shit, like you didn't give me like the link to your song in the post about your song. I don't have time to like pull up an app and like search for your song. I got too much shit to do, which sucks because like I would love to be able to do that. But it's like you get to a certain point in like life where you just feel like there are some things that are just too much effort where it's like as a kid you wouldn't have thought twice about doing that. So like kids are the ones that really go out of their way to do a lot of that shit and engage with a lot of that music, and they're still so much in the discovery phase of like they haven't found what genres they necessarily like the most yet because they just haven't heard all of them. And I work with kids a lot. I teach guitar and music production, and like all the kids I work with are fucking awesome. And it's so like awesome to like see them discover things that they didn't realize existed and like grow into entirely new people. Where it's like, yeah, it's like you know, it's like I have this 14-year-old kid who like loved Pearl Jam, and then I showed him fucking Polyphia, and now he's like into math rock and shit. And it was
That's
like,
cool.
because he didn't even know math rock was a thing. And so like, and so now he's like hitting all of these bands up that do that kind of thing. And that's what the kids will do. So it's like, you want the kids to be into you, but it's weird because you are just in a different place in your life than they are. So there isn't really the common ground you can go and like chill with them. It doesn't work like that. So it's like, you want them to appreciate what you're doing and like get it, but from a distance. And it's weird to try and manage that.
Life advice from Dane Farley.
From the TED Talk.
Yeah, right? Oh, man. But, yeah. But what? I don't even remember what the question was. I really don't.
There was a question?
I don't know.
I was just talking.
Yeah, right?
Oh, yeah, start with fuck them kids.
Yeah, fuck them kids.
Oh, and to conclude my TED Talk, fuck them kids.
Yeah, right? But still come out and see us. Yeah, still come see us, though, kids.
Well, what do you guys usually do when you're not writing music, playing music?
Going fucking crazy. I don't know, man. Like, I work construction, so, you know, my body hurts all the time.
Fellow trade guy over here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Former electrician.
Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, I'm a, my title on my thing is dickhead laborer. Right? So, but I'm different. I'm a laborer that comes with tools.
I'm different.
Like, I
I'm
have,
built
like,
different.
tools, and I have, like, other, you know, skill. I try to learn a little bit of everything, right? Like, I don't, like, do a little bit of carpentry, a little bit of... Been working with a lot of
a jack of all
concrete.
trades handyman. No one's ever heard of that before.
Yeah, right? I've been working with a lot of concrete lately. And
You work with sprinkler guys a lot?
Huh?
You work with sprinkler guys a lot?
No, I don't.
Those guys fucking suck.
Yeah, I bet they do. I bet they do.
Those guys are pieces of shit.
I've been working with some masons lately, and some masons lately. I've been working with some masons lately, and it makes me want to fucking kill myself, dude. It sucks. It's hard work, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of like trades that do come with personalities. Like Michael was saying, like electricians, they're okay. Plumbers are kind of cool. Sprinkler guys suck.
Instagram thinks I'm a welder and it wants to tell me
Yeah,
about
same.
beads and
Welders are
arcing
fucking cool.
and high voltage. Oh, this is
Was your hand on my back the entire time?
Yeah.
I just felt it move away. I'm like, what the
You're
fuck?
good.
I think it's just because we like cars and stuff. We just get the welding shit all the time.
I would
No,
like
that's
to learn how
fair.
to weld.
I'll do it. Oh my god.
Big
So he just works. I guess I mostly just work too, but I just do music for work. When I'm not doing music, I'm mostly playing.
You like your job.
I do.
Yeah, right?
It's a fun job.
It's not a job if you love it.
That's a career.
But and it gives me an excuse to buy guitars, and my girlfriend doesn't yell at me for buying guitars anymore. I need it for work.
Wow, you really fucking just made it in life, didn't you?
I did. Which it finally happened because I was.
Yeah, right?
It was just shit retail job to shit
Let's hear
retail
about the thing
job.
that you hated to do before that.
What is that?
What did you hate to do before you had that job? What would you do before that?
I mean, before that, it was a lot of just bouncing around. I did a lot of retail. I had
He
one
stayed in his
retail
room
job
and
I
twirled
liked
his
that
anal
was
beads
like
all
in
day.
a small music shop. But yeah, like I worked at GameStop. That was okay, but mostly sucked. I did like commercial auto parts delivery for a bit, which was like okay, but mostly sucked. And it's like, it's not necessarily that the jobs themselves are bad. It's just that a lot of companies run their companies like shit, and you just get the short end of the stick as the worker. And I'm like just one of the most fortunate people I know to have like gotten out of that system.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, while I love my job, it does mean I have to do it all the time. It's not something where I get like paid holidays and shit, because like if I don't go teach a guitar lesson, I don't get paid for that lesson. So I don't get sick days. I don't get like, paid time off or anything. So like it's very consistent. I
guys know
work
what
a
this is?
lot.
I'm playing a song of the world's smallest violin right here.
And none of the people listening to the podcast can see your fingers, you dick.
Yeah. That's my name. Don't wear it out, puss.
Do you want to shout out your I guess.
What GameStop did you work at? You may have turned
Hey, he's trying to let him shout out his guitar lesson business.
Okay.
I mean, there it is. He's been waiting to be interrupted and the whole time.
The whole time. I've just been sitting, waiting, listening to these paragraphs
honestly-
you've been spurting out.
honestly, I respect
And I'm like,
it.
yo, fuck this guy.
That was well
Do some of
timed.
your lemonade.
That was well timed. Good shit. No, you can like find me on Facebook, just Dane Farley, and you can. I have a business Facebook page, Atlas Creative, that I'm terrible about running because I suck at social media. But you can message me there too. But yeah, when I'm not doing that, I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, and that's about it. It's most of my life. It's playing music and playing D&D.
Yeah. Yeah,
Petting
it's
cats.
fair. Petting cats, yeah. I have a cat too. My cat's name is Frank. He's a good boy.
That's what's up.
I tried to play Dungeons and Dragons once, and I made like a dumb character with roller skates and a buster sword.
That's the best kind of character.
Yeah.
There you go.
There has to
I
be
don't
at
know
least
anything
one
about it.
dumbass character in
I
every
have
game.
kissed a girl in my life before.
I've never played D&D. I'm sorry.
My other question,
Bro, I don't know how I
Touch the
have.
poop, bro.
Yeah, right?
my
Oh
other
my
question
God.
was, what GameStop did you work at? Because you may have turned me down for a rated M game.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope
Yeah.
so. Oh, please let this karma come
Probably
down.
not, because I'm the only non-Jersey member of the band. So I work in
Oh.
Poughkeepsie, where I
Oh,
live
okay.
in New York.
I've been in a lot of GameStops. I've been turned down for a lot of games when I was a kid. I remember Red Dead Redemption was the worst. I was trying to get Red Dead Redemption 1, and the guy was just like, hey, you know this has this, and my grandpa was like,
But
Shut
you
it down
came from New
immediately.
York just to do this podcast?
Yeah, I drive a
Oh,
lot.
We're not worth it, man.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
not,
right.
we're not worth it.
No, it's
We also don't get to see each other that often.
I was gonna say, for
so,
me, it's
yeah,
like an
it's,
excuse to actually come see my bandmates for the first time in a while.
Oh, I get it. You didn't want to do it.
in person. And just it's just to get out. Like I part of me misses like driving 2-3 hours to go like play a show or come like do a band practice or
miss it, too.
something.
I really do.
I don't mind. I got so used to doing long drives just to like come to our band practices and stuff. But I get to hold it over their heads a lot whenever it's like we go anywhere. Then I'm like, oh, I'm not going to drive. I already did an hour drive here. Someone else drive, and I get to be a dick about it, which is nice.
Yeah, until we get our fucking van, and then it's like, oh, nose game. That's all. You lost. That sucks. Can you tow a trailer? Oh, you better make wide turns, buddy. Oh my god.
I want to hear show stories really badly because I feel like
Jesus.
you guys got some nutty ones.
Okay. Oh boy.
Let's see.
I would say real quick before the show stories. I
Yeah.
have a story on how Rich, you ended up getting on stage with Signs of the Swarm. I saw that.
Oh
tonight.
crap. Okay. We played a show
Not a big
in
deal.
Trenton. And I was talking to the vocalist Dave before the show. You know, we were just kicking back. Like, he asked me for a lighter. We smoked a joint. It was cool. And then, you know, we were just bullshitting, whatever. And then one of my favorite songs by them, Nightcrawlers, came on. And, like, I think he saw me mouth, like, oh, this is my song. Like, and he, you know, we played before them. And then the breakdown went to come on. He just held out the microphone. I was like, oh, what the hell's going on? And he goes, do you want it? I go, took that shit. I grabbed that shit. Like, I made sure. I laid into that breakdown. I tried to, at least. I sucked back then. But,
I watched the video. That was sick.
thank you.
I just want to say, you're the first vocalist to ever do vocals on the podcast.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I-
right there.
Because he does it like he fucking talks. Like,
Yeah,
I
I know.
wish more like vocalists would come and do it on the podcast, just for like as like a fucking joke or something.
Yeah.
'Cause it's so
I
cool.
actually liked it. That's actually a pretty funny thing, especially how you said that. Like, when I walk around my house like that, like just practicing different techniques, and I walk around, and like my roommates will hear me just like rumbling through the fridge, like, and they're like,
did you say, where's the mustard?
yeah, oh my god, where's the mustard? Yeah. Where's the fucking mustard? Like, yeah, it's so funny, and so I like to think there's a little funny story too. I imagine, like, could you imagine if I like, when I met you guys, if I like came up to you and that's how I talked, like my deathcore voice, and I was like, "Hey, what's up? My name is Rich. It's nice to meet you." Like, people would be like, "Who the fuck is this guy? Get me away from this clown! No way!"
Satan spawn. I do not want to be near him.
Yeah, no one would ever imagine shaking my hand and I just don't let go when I just doing that.
He's not even a vocalist. He's just a demon. He doesn't do it
Fucking
ironically.
stub my toe.
Oh, this is great.
Oh man, I love
Oh my god.
but as the person who's not going around doing that, it's nice to have him do that because like it's one of the first vocalists I've gotten to work with who like regularly fucking practices and actually
Yes.
like really hones his craft, which is why I'm so goddamn excited about the new album because
Yeah.
he pulled some shit out of his ass for it.
Yeah, I certainly did.
Because he does stuff like scream at his fridge.
Yeah, I scream at my fridge. I scream at my cat is my number one fan, but also he's so sick of my shit. Like, I'll just be laying in bed and I'll just be like going like full gorilla mode, right? And then like I'll turn and he'll just be looking at me like. He's so sick of it. It's so funny. Yeah, he's like, God damn it, dude! I was trying to sleep. Like, I'm old, dude. My cat's like 16. He's an old man.
God, it couldn't have been Celine Dion this time. Like,
Yeah, no.
Kesha?
Yeah, oh, dude.
Shadow of
the
Intent
party don't
again?
start until I
Jesus.
walk in. What's up? Fucking love Kesha.
What's like a new style of vocal that like you unleashed for this new album cycle?
I've got this one tone called the Grizzly Tone. I got it from...
He says it like that's like a common thing. He just names his tones just so he can differentiate.
Yeah. That's how I... Yeah, there's a few of them, right? And there's this one. It's called the Grizzly Tone. I got it from Austin Dickey. I saw him do it, and I was like, I have to learn.
Purchased it from him.
I was like, I have to learn how to do this.
$8.99.
It was DLC.
And it's beefy, you know. It's heavy, you know. So I'm not gonna unleash it today, unfortunately, gentlemen. You know, you gotta listen to the record for that one. Let everyone
already
hear
gave
that.
us too much. You already
Yeah, right.
You know,
I already told you the name of
Give
it,
the
dude.
tip, you know?
Yeah, just the tip.
You get the shaft in June.
But well, yeah. What was the rest? The other one, show stories, right?
Yeah,
Show
that
stories?
thing.
Okay. So the funny thing is, a lot of the things that go on during shows usually aren't that crazy, right? It's more before and after when it gets wild. Like, we went down to Virginia to play some show with
Got a Nothing.
and One Less Life. Yeah, that was fun. And we went mini golfing. And an old member of our band, he's no longer with us. He was our
Like, he
other.
left the band. He's not dead.
He's not dead.
That was
Not
so
dead. Yeah,
fucking
he's my friend. I know, maybe a poor choice of words there. Yeah, he's
another band.
Yeah, he's a good dude though. And he owns a company called Resold, and he buys and resells luxury clothes and items and stuff. He's doing very well for
I was
himself.
going to ask that. It sounds like a sneaker business.
Yeah, he does a lot of sneaker stuff. He's got stuff worth a lot of money. It's really nice. But before he owned the company, he just had a lot of really nice clothes, and we went mini golfing, and he slipped in some mud and got it all over his shoe. And
I like your shoes too.
Thanks. Yeah, the Adidas Babe collection. So, oh man,
I forgot about this. I forgot he slipped and got
that was
all his
so
nice shit
the
dirty.
look of just terror on his face. He was like, you can't see it, obviously. You guys can, but the audience can't. But oh my god, it was a geography joke. You had to be there.
But no, I straight up don't think I've ever seen his eyes be wider. And like, as his friend, I should have felt bad.
Oh, he did.
But
Do you know
I
what he got
didn't.
mud on? Do you?
Oh, I don't
Oh,
remember
it was-
that. I don't remember
it
the
was-
item. It was his shoes and in part of his pants. I don't remember what he was wearing. He probably does. He probably has PTSD like a motherfucker.
Never going mini golfing and nice stuff again.
Yo, never. All he wears is nice shit,
myself
though.
again.
Mini golfer.
No, but what else did we do? Did we do anything else that was cool? We've done a lot of crazy shit. I remember one time we played at Reverb. That was fun. This was actually during the show too. And right before we went on stage, my ex-girlfriend broke up with me. And like she was at home, whatever, and she just sent me a text like, yeah, it's not working, whatever. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, we've been together for like 3.5 years. You're texting me this right now? And I was like, and I'm like, we go on in 15 minutes. So I threw 5 shots at JD back, got up on stage, and fucking performed. Got off stage, ran outside, vomited everywhere. It was crazy. That sucked.
Was it a good set?
Yeah,
I hope so.
we have good sets there.
Yeah. Oh no, another funny story we did. We played in Maryland, and I think it was Maryland. This one was with who the fuck? Dead Awake. We played with Dead Awake. They were cool. They're not a band anymore, unfortunately.
No, they're back.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Yes! Oh my god, I love them. I hope we get to play with them. Shout out Dead Awake. But we played with them, and we were into this show called Mr. Pickles. Have you guys heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's the one when they go camping, and there's this guy named the Cheese Man, and they were like, oh, let's throw American cheese at him, and then whatever. You gotta watch the episode, you'll understand.
Yeah, be there.
And me and my other bandmates watched it beforehand, and Dane was not there when we watched it, so I made sure that I grabbed as many pieces of Kraft Singles American cheese as I could, and we like stuffed them into our pockets. And right when there was like a breakdown where we didn't have a lot to do, like I did the vocal cue, and then I just took the mic. Let's throw American cheese at him, and we all took cheese and we threw it at him, and I pegged him in the face, and it was really funny.
Okay, but there was a reason for it. Like, it wasn't just like you guys liked the show and decided to do it. It was like my birthday or something.
No, it wasn't.
No,
we did it because we liked Mr. Pickles and I wanted to fuck with you.
We just did it because we liked it.
It was funny. It was great.
I felt like there was some reason why I was the target other than I wasn't there.
It's because you weren't
watching
there for it.
Wow, it was really that simple?
Yeah, it was. We put no thought into it for you. But
didn't we also throw fucking like Kool-Aid pouches out to the crowd on that same show?
Yes, we
did.
did.
That was a fun one.
No, was it that one? I don't remember. Dude, I was blacked the fuck out for that show. That was really bad. Like, we showed up way too early, I got way too drunk, and it was really bad.
We almost fought the vocalist of some other band, and like at the time we felt bad, but then like it turned out that band was like pretty racist.
Yeah,
so
they were a
after
bunch
the fact,
of
it was like,
racist
oh, you
shit.
should have just fought him. Like,
Yeah, no, it was
No, I'm not gonna name names.
I don't even
We're not
remember
gonna-
I do know who they
guys
were
right
now, but now I'm not gonna say. You're right. Fuck those kids.
No clout.
Yeah, they get no clout.
But at the time, it was like, man, Rich, you shouldn't like get that drunk before shows. You almost fought a guy. Now it's like, oh man, you should have drunk fought the racist.
For saying
Like-
something racist too. I heard that I heard they had said some racist shit, whatever, and I was like, and I squared up to him. I was like, listen, I hear you're saying some shit. I don't fucking like that. Like, and I was like, and we're bigger than you. I'll fucking get you blacklisted. Like, it was some totally pompous shit because we were still nobodies back then, you know. But like, I was really drunk and I got in this kid's face, and I was like, if I ever hear anything like this again, I swear to God, Dane, hold me back.
Put fear in his heart.
Yeah, put the fear of God in him.
And that day, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. My vocalist is a vocalist.
He's not a UFC fighter. Oh man. But you guys talked about, you said one of your members isn't with you anymore. You have a lineup change? You want to talk about that?
Yeah, sorta. The lineup changes. He's not there anymore. Like I said, we had someone try for bass, whatever. That didn't work, but yeah. Right now we're just we're a 4-piece. We're solid. I think that we definitely communicate better than when we were a 5. I'll say that. The ideas aren't as, because we usually kind of agree for the most. Me and him are the only ones that actually fight on this thing. Like, we I guess, not say we're decision makers, but we really do show the ambition to be like, hey, this is this, and we try
and then
to
I'll be
follow
like,
through
no, the
with
fuck,
it.
it's not. It's this. And
then I'll be like, I will die on this fucking hill. Do not test me.
And then I'll be like, Johnny, which one of us do you agree with? And he'll be like,
and Chris is like, oh, I don't fucking care. Like, whatever.
Then Chris is like, what?
Yeah,
We
right.
had that conversation?
Yeah, no, it's great. I love our dynamic though. We do have a. Like I said, you guys are lucky that it's only us two. Had it not been, had I brought one more person or two more, like the other two, like you guys wouldn't have gotten a single fucking word.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you can bring whoever you want, man. You were like, no, I can't.
I really
literally
can't. Like, as much as I love having them around, like we really wouldn't have gotten a single word.
Yeah, we won't shut
like,
the fuck up, and we'll just roast each other for 2 hours straight. Like,
Yeah, you guys, no one would have gotten any of the jokes. Like, it wouldn't have been
a bunch of inside jokes. Like,
Yeah,
we're just
literally.
sitting here like,
And have
Literally.
you guys ever had like a fuck up on stage? Like someone fucked up a note?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 It's pretty bone crushing.
I mean, it's very rare to play a perfect show regardless. Like, you're going to miss like 1 or 2 notes here and there just because you're moving around. You're jumping around a bunch. But typically it's like no one's going to notice. You're not making any big mistakes. But we did play one show. So the song on our second album, Channels, that one went through a couple iterations before the version that ended up on the album.
No, not this story. I hated this.
Yeah, so this was probably our one like really bad stage moment. Is like it wasn't our first time playing the song live. The album had already been out for a couple
Where
months.
were we?
That was some.
I hope it wasn't Reverb.
No. It was some small. It was a tiny bar show out in like
didn't
Maryland
matter,
or something
that's
like
good.
that, or Massachusetts or something, and Donnie, our drummer, like, we get through the intro of the song, and then he just starts playing the old first verse of the song, which is a completely different drum beat than the current one. And, like, he has a click in his ear, and I guess he just wasn't listening to it. He must have spaced out and just thought of the old version. So he's playing, like, this completely different drum beat.
I literally put
to what
my
any
mic
of us
down
are
and
doing.
looked at him. I was
And
like,
all of us, we all, like, turned around in horror. And I'm like trying to show him like what I'm playing.
Oh, I remember this. I remember where this was.
Like as if he can see what I'm playing on guitar and realize what he's supposed to play when he doesn't.
that was
know
the show we
fucking
played with
guitar part.
with Flesh of the Lotus and fucking.
Yeah.
I don't remember where I was, but I remember the stage.
And So like, and we're all just like looking at it. And he's just looking back at us, just like, what?
What am I doing?
Like,
and then it just somehow his eye he goes. He just. Oh, it was so great. He just. And it was like one of those things. Like, and it was at that moment Donnie knew he fucked up. Like, it was awesome.
Thankfully, the crowd was all like, we just basically just Ron's been like, hey, that was the old version of the song. Now we're gonna play the actual version of the song. Tell our drummer he's an idiot. And we started the song over, and then it was all good.
We actually started a song over on stage. It was really embarrassing.
You guys completely started the song like
yeah.
We weren't that far to it.
We were like maybe a verse, and we had just gotten through like the intro. Right.
So we're like 40 seconds into the song.
It was bad.
But yeah.
We don't do that no more. We don't fuck up anymore.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, right.
Don't jinx it.
Thankfully, the songs on this
I'll jump
album
out this fucking window.
The songs on this album didn't go through as many iterations, so there aren't. That situation shouldn't arise again.
Yeah, we don't have different versions of these new songs, so that's good. Thank God. Yeah. But.
Hey, can't have the high stories without the embarrassing ones.
We haven't had any other fuck ups, right? No. I think
Anything with like a fan done some bullshit or something.
Or you're just seeing something in the crowd you don't like, where you're like, damn.
Yeah.
Not really, because we're pretty much cool with everyone. Like.
Yeah, I don't think
we're
I
chill
dislike.
Dudes.
I don't think I
don't have a lot of
anybody
enemies
right now.
But like, I'm trying to think. Has anyone ever like done some dumb shit live? I don't think so.
The only thing I don't like seeing. I don't mind crowd killing. I think it's part of the culture. It's fine. But when I see some like 200-pound dude like go and fucking elbow some 100-pound girl in the teeth and then not help her up or anything, that pisses me off. I don't like seeing that. Yeah. But I get it. Crowd killing is part of the culture. It's fine. Honestly, if people are doing that to, regular people, not like small girls and stuff, like really can't defend themselves, whatever. If they're doing that during our set, fuck yeah, man, go for it. Beat the crap out of people. I want to see it.
I have mixed feelings about that because I have this one experience and I tell a different story every time. Where this big man in a green spandex suit at a Warped Tour, he was like 7 foot tall, he was bald headed, just rocked me in the back of like my neck or something, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing? I'm just trying to see the show. He just rocks me in the back of the head. And I turn around. I'm like, you got it, man. You got it.
Yeah,
walked
right.
away.
Well, because like there's ways to do it that aren't like just outwardly attacking people. Like you can put your own hand in the way of your hits, so you're like you can grab someone and then like hit the back of your hand, and you're still getting the same motion out of it. You're still shoving into the side of the crowd, which is part of the energy of that like more than just a few people in the pit moshing. You get that extra crowd kill energy, but you're not actually hurting people. Mm-hmm. Like there's ways to do it well, and then there's some people who just fucking don't.
I don't fucking care, man. If someone wants to go ape shit to our music, thank you. Thank you so much. We must be doing something right. Like, I don't fucking care.
The energy. I am all about that energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Otherwise, no. I don't really think that I've seen any fans do anything particularly terrible. I really wish we were around for the garbage can throwing days. But that's not a thing anymore. Yeah. Oh my God. My buddy used to play. My buddy used to play with this band. And they this is like long time ago. This is back like when Chelsea Grin had their like self-titled EP, whatever, a long time ago. And my buddy played a show with them, and they were like, yo, if anything wasn't bolted down, it was getting thrown. Like there were like merch tables going across the thing. There were fucking garbage cans. Like it was really dangerous.
The band I was in before I joined Black Lotus was like we had a show where that shit started happening. And like,
with Joey?
Yeah. And like actually I want to say it was like our second show. So like, and it was my first time playing in a band in a while. I had been kind of out of it for a little bit. And I like briefly played in like a post-hardcore band for a bit, which is a completely different energy. And then like this band was more of like kind of beat down hardcore-y. And just I was not ready for people to just start like actually lifting and throwing entire merch tables. And it happened, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, like.
You're on stage, you're like, these animals.
Yeah, like, this is swell.
Is it like the metal trash cans that they were beating each other with?
No, I don't know about metal ones. They were probably just like the regular.
No, I've
never been to a construction site. You know what garbage cans I'm talking about.
Like old days when I was in like high school, I've seen metal trash cans be the thing that gets picked up and thrown. The last show I played with the band with Joey, last show I played with them was with Acacia Strain at the House of Independence, and someone picked up one of the like the garbage cans that like you pay to put on the corner, and like the trucks a bit like the big square black can. Someone picked up one of those and launched
They
it.
need their ass beat.
That's disrespectful. You hurt someone like that. You would really hurt someone like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a joke. That's not funny.
Yeah.
That had to be like a group of people. Right? That if just one person.
Yeah, that's
Throw dumpster.
Hulk smash!
like
I was at Warped Tour. It was the last Warped Tour, 2018, and I was waiting for Wage War to come on, and this band D's Nuts was playing.
D's nuts.
Yeah.
I remember D's Nuts.
Yeah, they were playing. And
I haven't heard them in a
It was
while.
a huge crowd. There's maybe about 100 people there, and so like 5 people were moshing. There's this really big guy. He's probably like 6'5", probably like 315 pounds. A little dude, probably about 5'6", probably 100, you know. And this guy, this little dude, punches the dude in the face, the big dude. And you can see the immediate regret because the big dude picks him up and proceeds to slam him on the ground
hell yeah.
hard. And the little dude gets up and is like, "Why'd you do that?" Take a fucking guess.
So for those who can't see, I am essentially that little dude. I am not a large person.
No, he's not.
And
not
and
a
yeah,
single part
so
that is.
I've not. I know not to go and punch someone twice my size. That's a stupid thing to do.
Yeah.
And yeah, seeing some people just get so like big for their britches sometimes in a mosh pit, it's like, dude, at the end of the day, like
Big
you're
for
listening
their
to music
britches.
and dancing to it. Like you don't have to go and try and like deck someone. Like just throw your arms around a bit.
Listen,
Like
you gotta fight the biggest guy.
Yeah, right. Fuck that.
What band do you think has the craziest like pits?
Oceano.
Yeah.
recently, probably Oceano was one of the
Knocked Loose.
heavier
I
ones.
was gonna say
Knocked Loose. They're fucked up, dude. They're
August
crazy.
Burns Red has had some pretty crazy ones.
They have. I don't like them. I don't like their shows anymore. Like that. I've seen them more than any other time.
I
I've
am
seen.
and Body Snatcher. Those are the two
Oh
fucking most
my
violent
God.
pits I've seen in a while. But I think the most
Kublai
violent...
Khan, bro.
Kublai Khan too.
Kublai
Holy
Khan is good,
crap.
but
Kublai Khan's
we were in,
great.
like, high
So
school,
so back in the day, there was a show in Poughkeepsie that what was the okay? So it was Bermuda Betrayal Existence back when they were still a thing, and a local Poughkeepsie band called Breathtaker, who was very much in that same vein. I feel like there was one more on the bill, but it was just like what for that age was like the heaviest lineup you could have possibly had, and like. At the time, the venue had like these like guardrail things that like people who didn't want to be in the pit could stand behind.
Oh, they didn't.
And this show is the reason that those guardrails got removed because
Oh, jeez.
guys that were like huge dudes started jumping behind the guardrails and like throwing punches in place. Like, and these people are like trapped behind these guardrails and can't actually run out. So like
That's fucked.
it got that like the entire venue was the mosh pit. That was probably the single craziest show
just
I
a
was
bunch of demons
ever
on
at.
people.
Like I was still in high school at that point, and at that point I was moshing at like every show I was at. I don't really do that anymore.
Dane, I don't think I've
my
ever
back
heard you. I
hurts.
don't think I've ever heard you talk this much ever. This is amazing. This is great.
I think
I really
talk
don't think
a
I've
lot.
ever heard you talk this much before.
I wouldn't have guessed that. I talk a lot.
Dane's podcast featuring Metal Antics and Bridge.
Yeah, right.
But no, like
well.
back then I used to mosh all the time. Now my back hurts. But that show I was like hiding in the fucking corner, just like no.
Yeah, right. For real. Oh, fuck
I'm
that.
going to this one festival in September called Blue Ridge Rock Fest,
Okay.
and there's a bunch of nutty bands in there. Like Limp Bizkit got announced.
Blue Waffle Cockfest. Is that what you said? I don't even know.
Oh man, he just heard Limp
I love the
Bizkit's
things
Waffle
that
Cockfest.
are. I love the things that are just always at the forefront of Rich's mind. To just,
Oh, yeah,
just
forget about
spit
it.
out as soon as he gets the opportunity.
Oh man.
I'm like an ambush predator. I sit there and wait for you to say something stupid so I can be like,
Full Metal.
yeah. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was good. That was funny. But blue metal rock fest.
Waffle Cock Fest.
I don't even remember what you said.
It's a
I remember
thing.
Blue
Blue,
Mountain.
the
It needs
the
to
Blue
happen.
Metal Rock Fest. That's
Blue
what it
Ridge
was.
Rock Fest.
Blue Ridge. Oh shit! See, I didn't even remember. Okay.
Yeah. So like, it's like the first full capacity show like back. Like that they got announced first besides like Incarnation and shit like that. But Yeah, it's crazy. They got like Knock Loose going. There's August Burns Red, Kill Switch and shit.
Oh my god.
It's fucking nuts.
That sounds like a
There's
good show.
There's over 170 bands.
Holy crap.
Over 3 days.
That's awesome. I've seen ABR more times than probably any other band.
Same here. I've seen it about 7 times.
Yeah, I don't even know.
6.
I don't even know. That's why I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Whenever I hear they're playing, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I love them, don't get me wrong, but like I'm not gonna go out of my way to see them anymore. Like I've seen them too many times. And now all their pits are push pits. I don't love push pits, they're not really my thing. If that's what you do, that's fine, please do it. But like I wanna see some kicks. I wanna see some swinging. Swanging, some fucking
Swanging.
Swanging.
All right.
Swingers.
Yeah, I want to see some shit. Swingers in the pit. Everyone just fucking each other and then they move over to someone else.
I was trying to think of a joke.
Per
like
bell.
that.
Every time there's a bell, they switch.
Every time the China hits, fucking.
Nah, China would be too often. So like,
They'd be switching
that's why it's
too
like
much.
at a like a lone bell. It's like da-da-da-da-da. Ding. Everyone runs over. I wish people saw like my physical motion there. Like I really do.
Oh man. Oh shit, dude.
Chris, you remember that pit when we saw Korn? The one guy fell, and when he went to go get up, someone just stomped his head back into the ground.
That's fucked up. That's not nice.
no,
I
Lamb
love
of God,
Korn.
Lamb
Korn's
of God.
sick.
Yeah, Lamb of God. Yeah.
Yes, Lamb of God.
like
shout out Randy Blythe.
He brought me to see Lamb of God, right? And we were just sitting on the side.
They're one of
Some
the
guy-
best shows I've ever
Some
seen.
guy literally just fell down the pit, and he tried to like push himself up. Someone just curb stomped his head back into the ground.
That's not
And he
nice.
just jumped up, and the guy who jumped up, he was like, "Yeah!" I'm like, "Your head just got stomped into the ground."
Go to
Like,
God!
Yeah. I got kicked in the head during a fight once, and I won.
Hey.
And I still won. There was this was back in like 2013. I think I was like 19. And I ended up fighting. This kid sucker punched me, and my boy was like, "No! If you don't fight him, you're a pussy." And they got like a whole like circle thing, and then I got it to the ground, whatever. And this kid's friend fucking ran over and just kicked me right in the head. And I was like, I felt something. I was like, oh fuck! Thank God I was drunk. Like, and I was like, oh fuck, what was that? I still won the fight though, so that was cool.
If someone didn't beat the shit out of him for kicking you in the head, they
No, I was the kid who sucker punched me. That was his crowd.
Oh
Like
shit.
it was around like their whole crowd.
You were the heel.
I was the heel in that
You're the
situation.
heel.
I got my heat, and then I became a face. We
You were
double
Randy Orton
turned.
in that.
We
Well,
double
actually, no,
turned.
he was Randy Orton because he kicked you in the head.
No, his friend was
You were
Randy
RVD.
Orton. His friend was Randy. I was more like, I don't know. I was the heel, and I became a face. So I was like,
Edge.
yeah, I suppose. Edge is cool. Yeah.
CM Punk.
Okay. I mean, I'm like, Edge is almost as good looking as me. So I
Edge
fucking
like
wish, bro. I
wasn't
wish.
Edge like a whole nother person when he got that wheelchair.
What?
He was in a wheelchair. He's like a whole other person.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, what the fuck?
No, Edge was in a wheelchair. He broke his spine once or something like that.
Yeah, he broke his neck. He wasn't in a
His neck.
wheelchair though.
He wasn't in a wheelchair.
He was not in a wheelchair.
Nah, Batista was in the wheelchair.
Batista
He
was in
came
a
out
wheelchair. Kurt Angle hung out in a wheelchair for a little
okay.
bit.
Wait,
Yeah,
you know
and then
who
he
else was in a
quit.
wheelchair?
Kurt Angle's my favorite wrestler of all time.
Vicky Guerrero. She was in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
she was.
annoying.
And like,
She's the best. I fucking love Vicky
You
Guerrero.
do?
I loved her.
Yeah, but Edge is my favorite all time. Like,
Yeah, is
by
it?
1,000.
How does that feel that my favorite, what did he, he smashed him, stacked him, pinned him, 1, 2, 3.
But
Roman Reigns, ladies and gentlemen. Roman Reigns, the head of the table.
I haven't watched wrestling in so long. My God.
I love it. I'm wearing a wrestling shirt right now.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns, baby.
Yeah, I went to the Raw before WrestleMania DC in 2019. That was fucking cool.
I went to WrestleMania 29, actually. That was fun. At MetLife.
Right? Yeah, I was there too. Yeah.
No, but in 2013 though.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. Oh, sick. Yeah, that was fun.
I
That
was
WrestleMania.
I was
WrestleMania
12
sucked,
then,
but
so
that WrestleMania sucked, but it's okay.
yeah, got to see P Diddy. So
Was Diddy there?
yeah,
No, fucking.
he sang. He did that song "I'm Coming Home." So,
Fun,
Did he?
fun fact:
That
I used
one?
to work for P Diddy.
what?
I worked in the.
Just dropped that out of nowhere.
I worked
Right.
at one of my first like recording gigs when I got out of audio school was at the Daddy's House recording studio for
Oh,
Bad Boy
Daddy's
Records.
house. Yeah, he was head boy.
He
was
You
head
make my
boy.
life sound so boring. You're like, yeah, I do. I love what I do. I work for P Diddy, and I'm better than you. So
No, like that. So the job itself was shit, and they paid me literally $20 a week. It was one of those like
Make that an
you
hour.
get the honor of coming and working at Daddy's house, and
Come on,
at
Puff
time
Daddy.
fucking 18-year-old starry-eyed me is just like, yeah, absolutely, I'll come do that.
keep it 20, man. Come on, like
Keep the 20. That sucks.
that's terrible. That should be illegal,
Right?
Yeah.
That's
But I got
fucked
to
up.
meet a bunch of like crazy people who probably don't remember I exist, and I got to like play guitar. I don't know if it actually ever ended up on a song, but like, so Diddy's producers, Sean C and LV, practically lived at the studio. They were there every day. And one of the days that I was just like in there, like chilling a little bit, because occasionally they'd like hang out with the guys who worked at the studio. And like, I had a PRS in there. And I just like picked it up and just started fiddling with it. And they were just like, oh shit, like, you're pretty good. You want to like lay this thing down? Like we got an idea.
You might be featured on a Diddy
song. I might be on a Diddy track. I don't know what song.
Because I his whole discography now.
And I'm not gonna. I don't care that much.
From P. Diddy.
It was like 10 fucking seconds. I probably didn't even end up on a song. But it's like, it's wild that I even got to potentially do that and got paid $20 for that whole week of work.
Yeah, it sucks.
That was all they did. We're like, oh, we got a kid who can play here who like isn't gonna charge us a session musician rate. And now fucking
Yeah, right?
older
Fuck
me
that,
is
dude. No way.
older me
Feature
should
X.
older me
Oh,
should have
you
been like,
didn't-
yo,
you
you
said
want me on
Featured
15
X.
whole seconds of a Diddy song? $1,000. Like,
Yeah, I'm not on Featured X yet.
Not yet.
The time
I
may
just got
come
there.
one day. Yeah, you're on there. The time may come one day. I liked it. Like, I think it's a really cool idea. I don't want to talk shit. I just don't think that it was executed great. That's it.
well,
Say that.
it's not that it wasn't executed
I don't
well.
like
it was
that-
just it wasn't quite exclusive enough.
That's
It
exactly
started out really
That's
exclusive,
exactly it.
and then it like suddenly blew up, and they got a ton of people who are much lower tier, and it started kind of clogging
And it's like,
up.
you know what, like,
and me included.
I think-
I'm a bit low tier for Feature X, so like it's
Yeah.
a bit weird that I'm on
I think
it.
that it's like,
next, like you look at me, and then like one of the very next things that comes up is fucking Frankie from Amur, and I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, you're not there. Like, yeah, I don't mind that people do it because they want to get paid for doing what they do. I think that's great. That's a great platform. But that if you want it to be a legit thing, you can't have people. No disrespect, because a lot of my homies are fucking excellent musicians. But if you're not in like a known band, you probably shouldn't be on there. Like that's why I didn't do it. That's why I never went for it. I was like, I don't think I should be on there yet.
Yeah, it's like
wait till there's
get
some.
on there. Like,
And you know what? And like, if someone came and asked me, like personally, hey, Rich, do you want to be on this record? I'd probably charge them less. Because I'm like, hey, yeah, sure. You reached out to me.
Yeah, you can't go through, like-
You cared enough to reach out to me to be on your thing. That's awesome.
yeah, you weren't just scrolling through Feature X, like,
Oh,
yeah, let's get
Yeah,
it.
this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see. Oh, I have to look through this guy. I mean, it's a great platform. Don't get me wrong, and it's a very smart idea. But like you said, I don't think it was exclusive enough, and it's just
You should have to have a check next to your name on Instagram to do it.
anyone can get that.
Or they need to introduce a system like that, where it's like you get like the Featured X
There's
check
like a
next
whole
to your
thing you
name.
got to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
The featured checks.
yeah.
Oh fuck! If they hear that shit and they take it, swear to God.
Hey, it's on here now. We
Yeah,
got the audio
the
recording.
featured check.
Yeah,
It's not
right.
like anyone listen to this shit. It'll probably get to 5 people.
Oh man.
But it's about that time.
Yeah, I feel like talking pretty fucking good episode. I
Yeah.
really like
Yeah.
I
talking.
think we're having this has
Pretty
been a
good
good time.
for the first one since a month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that went pretty quick. Felt like. So,
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
It's already been an hour and a half.
But is there anything you guys want to shout out beforehand?
Check us out on social media. Facebook, it's Black Lotus. Instagram, Black Lotus NJ. You can check out our merch store, blacklotusnj.com. We're trying to get something fixed, but for right now, when you go to it, make sure you click on the little hamburger thing, the 3 bars, at the top, and make sure you click catalog to see our entire thing. I don't know why it's wonky right now, but it is. So anyone listening and you want something, that's what you got to do. Otherwise, just shout out, all my homies. Thank you. Thanks Mikey from Enox for suggesting us. You're the fucking man. Can't wait to see you. And shout out 1776 Recording and Square Up Studios for helping us make this album so sick so far.
And also shout out Barnaby Oakley from Crossfade Productions for helping out with a lot of our artwork. And yeah, just anyone listening, thank you for listening, for giving enough of a shit about us to come and do that.
Yeah, listen to us degenerates speak for a while.
Yeah.
Shout out to Varials because I want them to come on the podcast so fucking badly.
Yeah.
Yo, Varials, come on this podcast. It
Yeah,
was
Varials,
fun.
come on, bro.
Yeah,
please.
there you go.
Come on, guys.
I messaged them. They didn't say anything.
Oh, damn. It's all right. Just try again.
A single tier, smallest violin.
You could be like one of those guys that, hits up these chicks, right? And you'd be like, hey. 2 months later, hey. An hour later, fucking slut. Yeah, that'll really get their attention.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah, right.
So realistically, if you call Varials a fucking slut, that may get their attention.
Yeah, then we'd be like
a little bit more.
They could just
Legit.
block you though. You know?
Yeah, right.
Then you're really
Oh,
fucked.
I'd cry. I love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys again so much. This is great. It's good to be back. So
Don't forget to check out their album coming out in June. You guys said.
Yeah, it's
Mid-June?
in mid-June.
Mid-June.
And we're having our, crazy enough, we're having our release show Juneteenth, actually, on Juneteenth this year in Allentown, PA. So, come on out to that if you guys have an opportunity, you know. And,
we'll fucking be there.
Yeah.
sick.
1,000%.
Sweet.
But thank you guys again. Have a good one.